Oh my gosh, my neighboring state over here. So heading out. Thank you again. So Phil, you want to leave any verbal final thought as you're heading off here?
No, thank you again, Kurt, for the opportunity to sharing what Helpopedia is all about. And thank you, Laura Lynn, for being the co-founder. And great job for those who shared your experiences and what the type of work that you're doing. I applaud you all. Thank you.
You bet. Thank you, Phil. And Laura Lynn, you raised your hand. Do you have a final word or anything?
I did. I've got giant pots of chili cooking, got the in-laws coming over here, so I'm going to jump for that, and homemade bread, the whole thing. I wish everyone happy, healthy, successful New Year, and I always appreciate Kurt's leadership and guidance, just keeping us on the right path. What a great way to start the year.
All right. Thanks, Phil. Thanks, Laura Lynn. Thanks, Helpopedia. So there you go, a hub for help experience right here.
Laura Lynn, I'll be in touch.
All right. Yeah, and Emily and my wife Sue and I, we can help make sure everybody at today's event can do any sort of follow-up communicating possible. We are here to do it together. With Project DieHard, we use that mantra, teamwork makes the dream work. So anybody else needing to hop off right now, or is everybody game for encore? Where are we at? Is everybody staying? All right. So what I want to do first is I want to give Paige an opportunity. Paige is, I'm going to say, one of the most delightful members of our community you could ever imagine. And she's got quite a lived experience. And I'll tell you what, when you want to talk about that you can pour it on in 2025, folks, if you do what Paige is doing, you are pouring it on. Paige, share a little bit, give them a little glimpse of who are you, what have you been through, and what are you doing to help others going through what they may be going through?
Paige Spears, dance and horseback riding enthusiast, unicorn survivor of blood clots in my lungs and oxygen deprivation brain injury as a result, and have also put my clinical anxiety into permanent remission non-pharmaceutically just with nutrition. And the business idea that I've been working on for the last job I had was about 9 years ago. And since then, the idea that's come up is an online community for brain injury survivors and their caregivers that will also have access to a parallel directory of functional medicine professionals who can collaborate with them on real solutions to their ongoing brain injury and health challenges. And my show, the Choose Greater Health Show, it'll be on Fridays at 2 p.m. Central, every second and fourth Friday. And that will feature interviews with some of these professionals and let everybody know what else is available.
Awesome. Thank you, Paige. I'm excited about what we are planning to do this year. Thank you for doing it, Paige. Thank you for being here. And I want to take a moment here with one of our friends here. I'm involved with the Happy Neighborhood Project, folks. And a few years ago, a friend of ours, one of the superstars of the business world and just another great friend, Mark Ham out of Atlanta, Georgia, just a tremendous experience experiencing his leadership. And he one day, a few years ago, at some point, he invited me. He told a bunch of us that he was going to be featured. He was speaking at the Daily Huddle. And so I go to watch this guy at the Daily Huddle, and I not only was really excited about what Mark Ham presented, but I got a little flavor what the Daily Huddle is all about. And who is one of our folks that does the Daily Huddle? Cece, right here. And Cece and Emily and I and my wife Sue, we've been doing our own huddles, right, Cece? So Cece, I want to give you a chance to do a little check-in. How are we doing on the event? How are you enjoying your New Year's Day press conference? And anything that you want to share with this group right at the moment. I want to give you a minute or two to just make sure we're getting everything we can from you here.
Yes. Oh, thank you so much for having me. And this 2025 is going to be a better year. We started off with you guys. And this is the to start off the year with a press conference. Yes, I am familiar with the Daily Huddle. Shout out to the Daily Huddle and as the other huddlers. And want to thank her and Sue for allowing me to be the host of a monthly podcast first day of each month at 5 Eastern Standard Time, and it's called Ability Now, and it deals with overcoming challenge, overcoming situation, from then fear to I share my issues. One of them was being 206 pounds, which now I'm not over 200 anymore. And I thank God for setting me free. And that was a process. So I do some leadership coaching, and it involves taking a look at how the person takes care of themselves. Because leadership, in order to keep going strong, the body has to be maintained at the best health. And I also interview businesses, small businesses, entrepreneurs, leadership, and I believe I even interview law students. One of our special guests, his name was Miles Wilson. He is a third-year law student, Howard University, and this is in one of the wings, and he's going to graduate, and he's atypical at age 25 with his law degree. And that's another opportunity to share how much anyone can overcome anything and become a contributor to this world in a positive way. I too am atypical. And that doesn't mean anything that's other than we think differently. And we also have a knack towards finding solutions to problems. And I thank God for allowing me to overcome all kind of adversity from growing up as a military dependent. My father was in the military, so we traveled. And I used all those experiences for me to deal with all kinds of people. That means I show love towards everyone. And the atypicals are especially a group that I see overcoming anything. And so this is a wonderful 2025, because we're starting off 2025, and our biggest contribution is to show love towards everyone, and have compassion towards everyone. So today is a good day that I am progressing by the grace of God. And thank you again for allowing me to grow, learn, and share my successes as well as my mistakes, because I learned from them. And back to the water situation. I'm now able to write letters. Action is being done now. And so it went from just verbal to email. Now I'm sending letters. And I don't think it's going to be that much longer that problem with lack of water will be solved, as well as all the maintenance issues. I just thank God for him being so great, and you guys being so compassionate me through my complaints, through my not knowing what to do, not having answers, and putting me into doing something that is worthwhile. Worthwhile means doing podcasts and interviewing very professional people, regular people, and being a contribution. That wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for Kurt and Sue, who created this platform where I could share and be a contribution, where before I was just a complaint. I'm no longer complaining about the situation. I'm now empowered to deal with the situation, and anybody can do anything. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to be here in 2025. And I love to see everybody else seeing their and hearing about their successes in life. And I'm going to pass. Thank you, Kurt and Sue.
You're welcome. Thank you, Cece. So you heard Cece talk a little bit about our flair for Curtimer service. We leave the cussing to you. So with that being said, we're going to go over to Emily Gomer. We haven't heard much from you, Emily. And I know whether it's Dr. Monica or whoever, we're going to really have what we're really aiming for in this encore. But I want to give Emily a little chance. I want to make sure that as we're delivering our encore that we're not missing who is in the huddle here. There's 11 of us here, and we're basically an FQ3C team here. 11 people here on your team, Shane. So congratulations. But Emily, what are your words? I want you to give a little bit of your OMG, EMG moment. Take it, Emily.
Well, first of all, I wanted to thank everybody here. And then, Kurt, a side note, we have another one of our friends from Indiana on Zoom right now.
What is he doing on Zoom? Get him over here.
Well, I tried. He wants to catch up with us, like outside of this group, I think.
Outside of this group, can you please help us out? What's going on with our friend from Indiana?
I don't think he just kind of wanted to get caught up or something. I'm not sure, but.
Well, can you have him over here? I mean,
I gave him the link. I said if you're interested in coming over here, and then he's like, when's a good time to chat outside of the group? So
let him know he's welcome. This FQ3C.
I mean, I told him he's welcome to come over here.
Well, Sue, can you help him with that? All right, Sue's gonna help you, Emily. We'll take care of it. We got Curtimer service. Emily, we leave the cussing to you. There we go. So there you go. All right, anything else, Emily? I want to give you your full moment here. Anything else?
I just thank everybody for being here. It's hard to working with everybody or meeting with everybody. So
all right.
that's
So
I've been at the moment. So
it's Sean Neal from Indiana on our Spirit of the Game Zoom right here, trying to catch up. He's a guy we need over here for a press conference. This guy is press. He has a tremendous live streaming platform, and he's great on media, video production. So if Sean Neal will come over here, Sue, that'll be great. He can be a great part of the FQ3C team. But Dr. Monica, do I have this right? Are you the one that's going to deliver a little encore for us, or is it somebody else?
Well, I believe it was both Elizabeth and I, but Elizabeth's going to go first because she is my lead-in. So let's start with her, and then I'll come in after her.
All right, before you get started, Elizabeth, your brand is Exceptionally You, right?
Yes, my corporation is Exceptionally You Academy. I manage it and run it, and and then Dr. Monica is a partner, as well as I am so blessed to now have FQ3C be integrated into my course, Have You Met You, HUMU. So for all of you in and of and anyone, as Shane was saying with FQ3C and why our programs mesh so well, our tools and products, is because when someone is someplace where they're constantly not able to achieve, as you experienced, Kurt, yes, you did FQ3C with my coaching.
Yes, and before you keep going on with this, Elizabeth, I wanted to just insert something that happened in my head. My head works a little differently, folks, and you all know that. Anybody, all of you that know me, I take a twist and turn, and so here's the Kurt Roskoff deviation here. But her brand is Exceptionally You, which is very straightforward. You can easily understand her brand, but I play with it. And I told her in our meeting, I said, what it brings to my mind is accepting you. That's what it brought to my mind. So, and she told me she liked that idea that with Exceptionally You, part of the program is accepting you. And that's what I want to do here today, is celebrate each and every one of you. Thank you, Elizabeth, for helping me do that. So take it away, Elizabeth. Let's get back on track, because yes, that I can't say enough about that experience going through a little snippet of the FQ3C process. I'm very impressed.
Well, and the Have You Met You was the coaching part. So that's why it blends so well. It actually becomes one piece, because Shane and I both, our mission is to help people achieve well-being in everything they do faster. I like to say to be your better best, because it, and Kurt will attest to this, from the minute you experience Have You Met You, for when it gets you to be able to take a look at what it is that FQ3C can do for you. And it guides you into being able to see what it is that perhaps in your thought process, your habits, which a lot of people at this time of year are really, really, really looking at. What do I want to do better? Your better best can always think more clearly, as Shane was saying, to get to clarity through your F, your frequency, your Q, the quality of what you're doing, a time frame, because without a time frame, you really don't realize what you need to do in order to get from A to Z in a certain period of time. And a lot of times when we're setting our goals, we don't say, okay, I'm going to do this by this day. And just that thought process is just huge in all of a sudden shifting how you do what you do and why you do it. But if you're still butting your head, if you're still anxious, if you're still depressed, as many people have spoken about here today, how do I get there? What do I need? Do I need better nutrition? Do I need a way to feed my kids also and get them diapered, clothes, get them to school? How do I get myself to work? How do I quit going to one of my favorite ones? Because this is something that I'd already been working on for myself. I would tell my family, okay, I'm going to run to the store. I'll be back no more than 20 minutes. 2 hours later, I'm walking in the door and I got tons of groceries, but I was, for the moment, supposed to be just going, getting what we needed right then for everybody to enjoy the moment. So I wasn't doing what I said I was going to do. It wasn't my intent. So Have You Met You helps you find out why you do those things, what your true purpose is for wanting to achieve all the beautiful things you all are doing, but what perhaps is holding you back. And FQ3C is a tool that helps us assess that and change the habitual thoughts that we have that actually control and rule what we do and why we do it. And as you shift those, and you can ask Kurt, your thought process starts going, wow, I never realized I was doing that. And becomes this infinity type of flow that you now get to experience. And at every single point on the infinity line, you get to have more golden aha moments. Do you agree, Kurt?
Yeah, I definitely do. And to me, this type of thing is very important, because if we think of 2024, I think we can check in how much of 2024 for each and every one of us went just out of routine, habit. I need to go shopping, I need to cook, I need to this, I need to that. Routines kick in and you're just flying through. And now we're here and our date books is 2025 and we're like, where did 2024 go? And it's because we're just whipping through it. And I really thought as I went through the process that it really allows us a way to reboot each and every day, to make each day a New Year's Day, to have that refreshing thought and to have that guidepost, kind of like what our culture is to do a New Year's resolution and then it fades away. A system like this helps us do that constant check-in. I've told people for 20 years I'm big on quality control, quality assurance, so kind of a corporate terminology there, but it allows us to do that type of thing personally, to live a more quality life because of thinking through what we're doing and through what I experienced, thanks to you, Elizabeth, and thanks to Shane for creating the darn thing. Thank you.
Right. And then the piece I'd like to wrap up with is, especially for, it's like it gives, Have You Met You helps you get your purpose, helps you refine where you're wanting to be at and go to, whether it's emotionally, so your social and love life, your relationships within your family, are they barriers? How to, better align ways to be the person that you want to show up as really affects how you are able to navigate in work, play, and home, and that's one of the other really nice things that all of this does is it helps round you out and build you up and gives you confidence in your day. We're all warriors. We really are. We suit up and show up every day, especially if you're in an entrepreneurial mindset. And even if you're not, even if you're the person who just wants to get through your day in a more aligned and contented and smile on your face, or just sitting back and going, this was a good day. Have You Met You, and exceptionally you, accepting you is a way to get there. And I want to thank you, Shane. I want to thank you, Kurt, and everyone else here for suiting up and showing up and being a part of my day today.
You bet. So let me do a little bit of a check-in here. Let me start with you, Paige. Paige, go ahead. I can gather you doing a little bit of self-care and kind of dealing with that. You've been with us an hour, 20 minutes, and we're still going. But as you're hearing what we're talking about, do you see that with what you're doing in your own lived experience, and then in terms of being a group here that shares this opportunity, do you see how in the realm of folks living with a brain injury or a blood clot experience, do you see this applying to help people build their life in your demographic for, something that's real for people with brain injury and people having a blood clot aspect to, come over and above it and help them be the best version of themselves? What do you think?
Yeah, that's a really good first few steps to checking in with yourself and building self accountability and confidence and regaining trust in yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. CC, what are you feeling with, learning about this FQ3C thing and what Shane and Elizabeth and Dr. Monica brought into our lives? Do you see it helping your journey and the people that you and I reach at the huddle and elsewhere? Do you see this being valuable, what we're talking about here, this process, as you're hearing about it?
Well, being and regular check-in is always a good platform. So I do believe there's much value with the FQCC, platform and program. I just would like to know a little bit more about it, because it's very interesting to me, and I think it would be of great value to others, including the Daily Hub. Thank you.
Yeah, that was great. There was a little play on words thing going on there with CC, because you got FQ3C, or we can call it FQCCC. In the middle of that. There you go. So
real quick, if I may, Paige, I just experienced several head trauma experiences in the last 2 decades of my life, and one of them in this current since 2019. I've actually had 5 near-death experiences, and one of them was this year specifically. I have watched a little bit of you, and I would really, really love to connect with you more on that, and also have you on my podcast, Home is Where the Biz Is, because all things start at home and end at home, and bringing you into that to help showcase for other people the amazing things that you've done to overcome what you've been through.
Sounds
And
great.
as you all can see,
Absolutely.
you all can see, Storm is here now also.
Storms.
Dr.
Oh,
Monica
Storm.
Jensen.
Dr. Monica becomes Storm. Is that what we're talking about?
Oh yeah, she's going to bring the superhero that Paige is to a brighter light.
All right, I want to check in with Marianne real quickly. Marianne, if you're there and can unmute, I want to get your check-in as you aspire to take your work and add that element we've been talking about for a couple of years about going to animation movies with your work product. Do you see this FQ3C process and what this group right here is talking about, how this can maybe help us accomplish that goal together, getting animated movies? Oh, we're not hearing you. We ran into an audio issue here.
While she's doing that, Paige, if you could email me, I'm putting my email for the podcast into the chat for you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can hear you. Go ahead, Marianne.
Yeah, I'm absorbing all the information, and thank you for sharing this. I know with this project, it was a thought to action, and the reality, it is coming in from my thoughts through source thoughts through my years of experience, that I'm grateful that I have a team that we started the groundwork. Everybody has relocated, but people still see the vision and mission, especially you, Kurt, and Sue, and Emily, and Leon. I'm going to make it happen for the world to see this. So I know in my mind, I've been working on this, and this was what my next purpose or calling is. Working on it with my team, we're finishing editing it. We have the products, the books, the coloring books. I got it uploaded to YouTube channel through Trevor Gibbs. My animators are in Fiverr, who went through devastating climate change, flooding, and so again, I'm finishing the products. I'm telling myself, and I have a creative head. I wake up every morning and go, I want to do this, I want to do that, and go, no, you can't. Stop it. And we're working on it. So yeah, it is, because I'm the creator, and so I'm shifting it over. So when Leon, for some of you who haven't met him, and you're more welcome to join us. And there was the other lady talking about water, issues with water. We'd like you to meet Leon on the World of Ability on Saturdays. I'm just really kind of shifting it and putting it into his hands, to really make it work and all that. So I'm also patting myself on the back. I'm doing self-care today. I got my hair done, spa day, new year. And what's done is done. And I'm telling myself I'm not going to start anything new. And I talked to him yesterday. We have to finish editing the book when Suzanne returns. I'm in Mexico. She's in Mexico. The singer relocated to Germany. My deaf friend relocated to San Diego. Our attorney's in Miami. And Fiverr is in Pakistan, India. So we'll regroup, get it together. And but the work's created. We just need to really get out into the world for other people to utilize these books for ocean cleanup, anti-bullying, climate change, sign language characters. We also have T-shirts that are being developed. So that one thing I am working on, and that's fun for me, of the characters in the books. I have 10 Apple app games. And I'm still working with them for that they don't get rejected. I'm having to deal with all those shifts, but I see the bigger package. And anyway, we need to get them out into the world. And once people start seeing them and using them, just like Dora the Explorer or Hello Kitty or Bluey, you're going to go, oh, wow, no one's done with sign language characters. And here they are. So, yeah, I'm excited to do that and to use that in there, and yeah, and to work with everybody. And the next thing too is I told myself too, in talking with Ralph Brown, in regards to animation. I'm working on an animation budget. And not to devalue, I know, I was putting out $25,000 each book to at least get it started, but he's like, no, you need $1 million. So I'm looking at the, an expense report, how to pitch it to Netflix. I have connections there now. And just to raise that bar to that, I don't say this project is worth it. And if we want it creatively done that way, then that's how much it's going to cost. Because baby, I'm worth it. And Leon knows that too, but it is. And other people have done it. So I know we can do it. So I'm just grateful again. This last year has been also, relocating to Mexico, and Suzanne too. But we're continuing to work on it, and all the editing and all that stuff is really ready to launch. It's just not, you know, um, it's quality work. So, and we have a series. We have 4 books, 3 coloring books, 200 folk Manus puppets. Our classroom teachers can get copies of the books. We have testimonials. I just won the Awesome Foundation Grant Award. We've given the, Hawaii School for the Deaf and Blind, the books, and a water unit with Leon. People can multiply this acts of kindness. We have a press release. So we're giving also resources for other people to do it, as well as for your projects. And again, anybody who has their projects, Google Awesome Foundation. They give $1,000 a month to your projects in different states, countries. They have a disability chapter. They have an on the water chapter. So apply. And yeah, that was a learning experience. So thank you for letting me share and not letting me give up, Kurt. And we just shifted to another week and another thing, or you know what I mean? So yeah, so I'm doing self-care, telling myself, pat yourself on the back, hug yourself, everybody too, because we need a minimum of 8 hugs a day. 20 to survive in this world. So everybody hug yourself, pat yourself on the back on this New Year's Day. Self-care, set boundaries if you need to, manifest. My arms are open to receive unlimited abundance in all different ways. And I'm just sharing all that with you too. So I have $1 million bill on my refrigerator, so it is in sight. So that's where I'm elevating this project to be, and I'm elevating the vibes with vibrational music to attract that money and to make that all happen for the Acts of Kindness series. And our website is www.actsofkindnessseries.com, so you can take a look at the work that we've been doing, and we'll be getting it out to the world. So Leon McLaughlin is going to be opening up these stores. He's finishing up some deals with some private equity people to open up these juice, coffee, water, and tea bars starting in Beverly Hills, California, Scottsdale. And they're going to be bundling the books, the coloring books, and the Folk Manus puppets and the t-shirts. So I'm grateful. This is kind of like a dream come true, like a QVC. And again, no one has done it for persons with disabilities or special needs. And it's for ocean cleanup, anti-bullying, and climate change again. So yeah, it's been great fun networking with everybody else out there and learning and sharing this. And thank you so much, Kurt. And I look forward to meeting everybody too that I've met today that I haven't met, or having one-on-ones and getting that press release out to everybody. So thank you. I don't know if it's too long.
What was the foundation again?
Which one?
Hello. The one that you mentioned that gives $1,000.
It's Awesome Foundation. Awesome Foundation grant. And
Awesome.
TC, yep, Awesome Foundation grant. When you were talking about water and also too of writing letters and not giving up, it takes 15 minutes to apply. Tell us about your awesome project. How would you use the money? Well, $150 went to a water unit for the Hawaii School for the Deaf and Blind. And then I purchased my books, author books, and $500 went to Jay Stoyan of the Disability Channel to interview me, which he hires persons with disabilities. Send some photos, upload it, and there you go. And you can apply to different chapters, and don't give up, because I went into other states with other people that I met I met Robert through Treasure Island and applied for $1,000 for the Rainbow Children's Babies Hospital to do the same thing. And also Minnesota, the Hawaii School for the or Minnesota Deaf and Blind. So I know I don't physically live there. Some places want you to do that, but just keep applying. They like your story, or that's all I can tell you. Now, Leon is out of Washington, cleanwaterfoundation.w.org. He's doing amazing stuff, especially with the Hopi Navajo in Arizona, also worldwide, El Salvador. So I think Cece and Leon should connect. I know he's very busy during the day, but he's on every Saturday, usually the last half hour of World of Ability, telling us what he's been up to. So, yeah. So would like to learn more about UCC and talking about the water issues where you're at and writing letters or what you've done. And it's not a complaint, you know. These things should be working. We should be provided. It's our birthright to have these services, to have clean, fresh drinking water. Everyone is entitled to that. And so we want to share that too.
Thank you.
I don't know if this is going to help or not, but Marianne, I did put in the chat a pitch deck that somebody I know named Chad Gaines. You'll see him in there. He actually secured the funding, several $1 million for the movie that they actually, I think, just finished doing the shoots. So it's already in the production now. So that may be of a benefit to see a pitch deck that actually was presented to Netflix and did get funded. I don't know if that would be beneficial or not.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. No, I love it. I don't see where you can put it in there and look it up. But if Emily can send me your link or whatever, that's the only thing. This is a new platform, so I don't see it.
Well, Marianne, what's your how do I email you also?
Well, it's marianneofwaikiki@gmail.com.
Okay.
And you can go on www.actsofkindnessseries.com and you can put your information in there. And you can see our pictures. You can see the book series, the coloring books, the puppets. Again, EC Marketing, Christian Mendez updated it. So all the clicks goes to the YouTube, to the Apple app games, to the products. And I just did a Shopify with my Fiverr guy who says I'm his only client now, and he's driving Uber because of what's going on over there, climate change. They had severe flooding and hurricanes. So he made a Shopify store for me. So I'm supporting him and want to make all these characters on there. And again, no one has done anything with sign language characters. And we have 500 million people worldwide now with a hearing loss. We have millions of moms and dads coming home from being of service who can't hear their own children or grandchildren. So not just their deaf and hard of hearing community are going to benefit, but as I said, people have hearing loss, and they're great stories. So thank you for sharing. Shane, want to learn more? Because again, this is where I'm elevating. I put that vibration and that intention onto it to move forward. And I have expressed that with Kurt and my other teammates in Santa Papa John. That's what my goal is. Thank you.
Well, and one of the things I'd like to say as a wrap for Exceptionally You Academy is the fact that I put Academy at the end so that we can bring in collaboration underneath, because once we get people in touch with themselves, where they want to go, we want to have immediate resource to send them to. And also having a youth piece, Dr. Monica and I were just talking about, and Shane, about wanting to make sure that we incorporated stuff for people, the hard of hearing, people with sight issues, or any kind of challenges. I have a grandson his eyes make it hard for him to see the characters on a page. So how do we reach those people, etc.? So thank you. Thank you. And Kurt, thank you. And Sue and everybody else that you collaborate with.
Well, thank you. And I just want to share then too. We met Trevor Gibbs through the Happy Neighborhood projects during the pandemic. I was a host and a co-host and volunteered my sign language interpreting skills. Trevor evaluates websites to make sure they're ADA compliant. That's American Disabilities Act that President Bush signed 30 some years ago.
Yeah.
And I was a case manager at the time with the deaf at a mental health agency to help them with support, with housing, AFC homes, work, employment, etc. So Trevor Gibbs now evaluates websites to make sure the text, the sizing, the fonts, color blindness, because men over 50 tend to acquire color blindness. And if you're a business owner and you're not ADA compliant, you can receive up to a $75,000 fine.
Yep.
So this is all stuff that we learn, and through our team of starting Happy Neighborhood projects to World of Ability, we have a great team to upgrade and elevate this, and we'll be getting it out to the world. It's there. We just need to get more of attention. So yeah, so
You
it's
said
going to
that
be
you
great.
did you say that you are partnered with Christopher Freeman?
I'm sorry, what?
Did you mention the name Christopher Freeman?
No, I said Christian Mendez, EC Marketing updated
Okay.
the Acts of Kindness series website. So we have clicks that go to the YouTube, to the products. And we also too, on Halloween, I gave a sugar-free treat of a free download of the book, Rabbit Acts of Kindness, No Bully for Anti-Bullying Month. Veterans Day, a free download of Underwater Acts of Kindness featuring the General of the New Earth Army, which is the New Earth is the new theme I've been hearing, the New Earth. So we have the New Earth Army, where the General of the New Earth Army recruits Noah the hard of hearing whale to tackle the Great Pacific Garbage Patch between Hawaii and California. And again, that's our attention to the military and appreciation for all of them of being of service, the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, the Marine, the Coast Guards. And we just did that with Zach Clayton on A Miracle for Christmas. I gave a free download of that book as well. So our fourth book's coming out. We'll be doing that on World Water Day. It's called Cool Acts of Kindness, featuring Waterflow the Whale, for the love of water, and it's dedicated to Leon McLaughlin, Clean Water Foundation founder. So I'm really excited to wrap it up and get it out, and yeah, so it's been great fun. I like it though. I love working with the fiber guys. It's like Christmas to me. I get up at 3:00 in the morning. We're working on stuff. They send me stuff, beautiful colors, love it. And as we just need, and I have 2 videos too that we created for Leon and United Nations of Waterflow the Whale, for the love of water. Lucy has a song called Love is the Only Way that we've been playing on the World of Ability podcast. It's a great soundtrack, and it's going to be exciting once we really get it out there. So, you know, you're going to see the first one and they're going to go, what's next? And I'm like, oh my gosh, well, this is another one. And then this is another one. So they're done. They're going to be completed. So thank you. So yes, please introduce me to anybody. And yeah, we're focusing on getting that $1 million for the animation. And as you can see, I put it on my fridge. There's my $1 million bill. See it?
Very nice. That's man.
Yeah.
I had another question. This is Cece.
Yeah.
I would like to learn American Sign Language intensive, not like online, but take a class and get certified as a ASL interpreter. It's never too late to learn.
No, it's not. So I don't know what state you're in. I started
I'm in
out,
Texas right now. I'm in Texas and I'm going back to Georgia, but I'd rather go to school at Oral Roberts and learn ASL there and then go to Gallaudet in DC. What do you think?
Go for it. Never too late.
Nope.
Nope.
So that's on the plan.
So what I have is the characters there. You'll meet Dr. Fingers, the finger spelling hermit crab, who rehabilitates Noah the hard of hearing whale in the first book. He does the ABC, so you can go on. It's on YouTube. There's no sound, so all ages of the heart can learn it, because we're born into this world with diapers, and basically we're expressing, I'm thirsty, I'm hungry, change my diapers, mommy and daddy. And we may have a stroke, and saying the same thing to our nurse. So learning the basic needs in sign language, alphabet. And of course, we all experienced it during pandemic, right? 6 feet apart. How hard was it to lip read? Look at the chaos that happened with people not understanding, and children in social spatial distancing as well. So these are fun characters again. And we also have then Chelsea the Courageous Sign Language Chicken. She's the leading lady. And Eve the Finger Spelling Bumblebee, who interprets for Harry the Hard of Hearing Rabbit in the second book, Rabbit Acts of Kindness, No Bully. So go out and play is our tagline. So go check it out, you guys. Share it with your families. And help me manifest to bring these books into animation movies. And let's get them on Netflix. Again, we have a 500 million people worldwide with a hearing loss. And millions of moms and dads are coming home from being of service. So this is the good news, and you are its messenger. So go for it.
Cece, I know that you also mentioned that you had some questions about the whole FQ3C thing as well. Was there anything in particular that I could answer for you?
Yes. How would I go online to check out what you guys do more so I can have more intensive or more understanding? Because I know it's a program.
Yeah, so FQ3C.com, nice and straightforward. And what FQ3C, what we are doing is we're actually partnering with coaches, with consultants, and with other companies who specifically are dealing with clients on a elongated duration, meaning like if you're somebody who's trying to sell a vacuum and then you sell a vacuum, you're done. Yeah, we're not really interested. But if you're somebody who has clients who are, even if the duration's like 30 days or a year, just as long as there's a lengthier time frame, that's who we really want to be able to partner with. And so FQ3 itself is, if you were to imagine an island and you're like, oh my gosh, I want to go to this island, I would say that what Elizabeth and Dr. Monica do with Exceptional You is they help you to be able to curate the island the way that you want to. FQ3C is the tool that makes it so that every single one of those checkpoints, every single one of those micro goals, major goals, whatever it is, have a definitive process-ish to be able to ensure that you actually accomplish it. And so the tools that we use that most of the people have found very beneficial is the assessments. So we have the first assessment, which is a goal creation assessment, which you'll see is the very first link there on FQ3C.com. And the next assessment is the assessment that gives you a success score. What that tells you is what's your probability, if you were to not change anything today, of reaching that goal that you created in the first assessment. The first assessment is there to tell you is how complete is your goal. So those are so far being two of the most critical tools that we've been finding have been benefiting a lot of the coaches that we're partnering with. And then kind of from there, we're there just to accentuate and help whatever it is that you're doing. And that's why we're very non-invasive. We're not trying to change anything that you are doing as a coach. In fact, all we're doing is amplifying and accelerating what you already do anyways. Because if you have a client, very first thing that you do and should be doing is saying, what do you want me to do for you? That's you saying, what's your goal? And so we have those assessments and those processes in place that you and your clients can follow. Does that help make sense?
Certainly does. Does it show how much the fees are?
So when you do go and hit any of the buttons, whichever one it is, there is going to be a checkout, and that will tell you how much it is. Some of the assessments are, we have a $6 one, and then we also have I think it's a $5 one. And then we also have like the book and the workbook. I can give you that link if you'd like, if you want to buy both of them at the same time. It's like $35. We also have other resources available as well that kind of go up from there depending upon what you're looking to do. So like if you're looking to become a partner, where we'd actually be able to give you a dedicated portal, thereby you're able to make some money off of it, which is what Elizabeth and Dr. Monica have done. There is a completely different type of separate process and fee that we end up going through on that end. So that's really kind of up to you and what you're looking to use it for.
Okay.
And I just also want to reiterate for everybody that I even use it with one of my clients that's autistic, and it has leveled him up in 2 months in ways I've been working at for 3 years. Not that our coaching wasn't working well, but it was the baseline assessment for him to also look at himself, and it leaves you with an undeniable, realistic view of you. And
Yeah.
so it helps you go, oh, that's what I've been missing, in such a way that just working with them, he was getting there. I mean, this man, Shane's known him for years as well. And so I'd already been getting compliments on how much better he presented himself and was able to speak. But then we FQ3C'd him, and the things that we were like, okay, what's next? Just went bling. And he's so proud of himself. And it helps with the aha moments with your clients. I can say that.
Yes.
And I'm just going to add that I've done it myself, and I have seen where it's leveled me up. And I was just saying to Elizabeth that I needed to do another one to re-look at one of my goals. And I was like, I've fallen short. So let's see why. I need to FQ3C myself to see what's going on that I've fallen short. And then I did it with a coworker, really just early stages, just testing it out. And she's still talking about it. And that was just one time. And she's still saying how sitting through that and making her actually break down her goal and all the steps of her goal, and if it's realistic, and if she has all the tools she needs to achieve the goal are there, has really helped her. Now, she said to me just the other day, I think I need to go through it again so I can make sure I'm on track. So we'll probably be setting up a time just to. And because I work with her, I'm not going to charge her a lot, but to be honest, to do it with her. But she was really excited by it. So I have to say it does work, and it does force you to, well, I'm not going to say force. It allows you to see all the holes you miss when you're setting a goal, because we never really learned how to set a goal properly. And FQ3C does do that. It helps you set your goal properly so that it's achievable.
Yeah. To sum it all up, accountability is one of the biggest factors that's missing, and clarity is the other biggest factor that's typically missing. And so we address both, because there's a quantifiable metric system that tells you I am or I am not doing what I said I was going to do. And that also helps the coach in that relationship with their client, because as you probably have experienced as well, lots of clients like to blame the coach. But it's like, hey, you still have to do what you have to do. And this forces them to see it for what it is. And that's incredible, because at the end of the day, as a coach, you're not there to try and determine their end goal. You're not there to create the goal. You're not there to do any of that stuff. That's their job. Your job as a coach is to guide them to the most efficient way to get to that final destination. And so that accountability factor with all those other variables, that's really where this comes into play as an accentuation of what you're already doing with them. And again, make it more efficient, more powerful. But yeah, very, very excited, and hopefully to answer your questions. Thank you. Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, Dr. Monica. Appreciate that.
Well, I wasn't making anything up. I was sincere. It really does work. Really does work.
All right, folks. So we have a little moment that we call the lull before the storm. We're going to take 2025 by storm. Sometimes the universe gives us that experience that feels like gentle lightning. So, Dr. Monica, you got all garbed up here. It feels like, Halloween here. I feel like I should get my candy out, trick or treat or whatever's going on here. But Dr. Monica, what is your alter ego doing for us here? Give us the storm experience. What do you got?
And real quick, Monica, if I may, for you, I just want you all to know that this is one of the most amazing ladies that I know. We met in a really interesting setting, and at first we were like, okay, she's nice enough. But we have become extremely close. And her coaching of this is a confidence piece that's within the Humu. And we just want you to know, enter into confidence. Monica, Dr. Monica, please take them by storm.
Well, thank you for that, Elizabeth. And so, yes, I'm dressed as Storm from the X-Men. So if you all don't know who that character is, I suggest you find out. But so I'm not a gentle Storm. People seem to think that I am, but I'm really not. and so I love comic books. I'm a blurred from way back. And if you don't know what a blurred is, that's a Black nerd. So I was a blurred when people didn't know blurs existed. They didn't think we existed, but we actually do. This character saved my life. I grew up in a really difficult environment, and there were periods in my life where I actually was suicidal. And Storm, and I don't think you even know this, Elizabeth, Storm saved me from dying. And so I have a very soft heart and strong heart for this particular character. But in my love of comic books, I realized that comics actually help people build their self-confidence. And from that, I have created a course, and I did put the link. It's on the Great Discovery e-learning platform. So if you want to participate and do the course, you please do. It's free. It's no cost. And it'll take you through some steps to build your self-confidence. Now, initially, I did the course really to focus in on the African diaspora, because I've researched many years on the history of African-American comic book characters and what that history looks like for us. And I'm actually starting to write a book on that particular fact. But in any case, I'm really going to recommend you do the course. It's open to anybody. Initially, I started talking about why Black people or African Americans avoid going to see a therapist or avoid dealing with mental health, and I explore that. Then we explore this term Afrofuturism that you may not know of, and so I talk about that. I talk about some of the main characters that are African American through the history that have come up through mainly Marvel and DC. There are many others, and then the benefits of these comic books and comic book characters. And then there's an exercise to show you how to build your own self-esteem by building your own superhero character. Now, my actual character, I dressed as Storm, but my actual character that I created for myself, her name is Firestar. And so you will, if you go through the course, you'll see my alter ego of Firestar. And but for me, it was a labor of love because, like I said, I love the whole genre of animation and comics and comic characters and how they overcome so much. Initially, DC was not a company that focused too much on struggle, and Marvel did, and that's why I was more attracted to Marvel comic characters, because they all go through some sort of trauma, and it shows how you overcome trauma. But the sad thing still in comics, they really butcher therapists and coaches they usually turn evil for some reason. But but in any case, it's just really an expose of how mental health is shown in comic books and how you can use comics to improve your own well-being. And Elizabeth and I use the term well-being rather than wellness, because oftentimes we don't allow ourselves to be. And being a comic nerd is my being. And it took me a long time to embrace that for myself, to just accept that that's who I am. So this is who I am. And so the whole purpose is to allow you to figure out what your being is. And it's part of our Have You Met You component. It's a fun sidebar component to our whole Have You Met You, but it definitely touches in on the oh Lord, it's left my brain. On one of our levels and stages. So yeah, so it really touches on acts of kindness and who you are, and allows you to just be. And I'm just gonna say, we're gonna thrive in 25. That's my saying now. Thrive in 25.
Well, and embrace, no matter what it is you've been through, is your experience. If you were to know my whole life story, you would know that it's could be 12 different series on Netflix with about 30 different episodes in each one. But I'm still here, and you all are still here. And no matter what you've been through, Shane's got his story, Kurt's got his, Marianne has hers, Cece yours, Emily. You know, we just need to be able to step up and understand that without your well-being, you can't maintain your wellness. And knowing who you are, really meeting yourself at your core, to be able to move forward from that day forward with no regrets, nothing other than what you now know you want to do, and how to FQ3 see it. And yes, Marianne, what is that? You're on mute.
Oh, well, I'm just, I'm sharing my, my second book, Rabbit Acts of Kindness, No Bully. That's Harry the Hard of Hearing Rabbit. These are the characters on the back. He has a sign language chicken, Chelsea the courageous sign language chicken, Eve the finger spelling bumblebee. Harry's bullied by a bullfrog named Rippet and a female French bulldog, Felicia. And he gets kicked off the rock in Hawaii, and he learns to stand in his power with an enchanted tree named Mr. Grounded. And anyway, he gets off the island and he returns, and we find out the bullies didn't know sign language and they all wanted to be service. And there's a rainbow parade, there's a first birthday luau. So these introduce another 20 more characters to be of service. And then we have Noah, the hard of hearing whale, comes down on a Hawaiian vacation on winter solstice. He's in a boating accident and loses his hearing, similar to me. After interpreting and signing, I was injured in an auto accident. And I met Dr. Fingers, the finger spelling hermit crab, who was a real person that did chiropractic treat me in Hawaii, and upper cervical. So I talk about hearing loss as well. That's my background. And then we have the general of the New Earth Army. Like I said, it's the New Earth. The New Earth is the theme of what I've been hearing. So the general recruits them to tackle the Great Pacific Garbage Patch between Hawaii and California. Again, it's to be of service. And there's a storyline and a soundtrack by Lucy Lynch and A Perfect Wave. And Nick's guitar sounds like whales and dolphins. I was able to record this on Audible during the pandemic, so you can listen to it. And I'd be more than happy to email you the books so you guys can read and give a testimonial. And love yours, Dr. Monica. I'm sure you love these characters here. And the third one is Righteous Acts of Kindness, featuring Pono, the Hawaiian polo pony. And we're finishing the climate change books. Cool Acts of Kindness for, again, Leon McLaughlin, founder of Clean Water Foundation. So there's coloring books to learn the ABCs. You can go to the YouTube channel, learn the ABCs, and then so go out and play the Apple app games as online chapters. So funding has run out, but funding is on its way. And so go out and play is our tagline. So just grateful that I had the opportunity to do this. And again, this was source guided through the Unity Church of Hawaii, where I was a sign language interpreter for over a decade. I got to live my dream too. I got to live on a sailboat. I got to sail around the islands. And so this is leaving a legacy, but this is really what's happening, such as the theme again, ocean cleanup, anti-bullying, and climate change. So help us make it, get it out to the world, help us find the funding, and everybody wins. So go out and play. So Dr. Monica, I want to get you the books. I want a feedback and testimonial. So Marvel can step over a little bit, give us that little room for the persons with disabilities section there, and we're all set. So I think we hit the categories too with Netflix or anybody else to bring these books in there too. No one has done anything with sign language characters. And just to let you know, children's books, 3% of children's books only have characters with a disability. So
Yeah.
we need to make this awareness, and yeah, we have great testimonials now. So I'm really excited to shift that energy with you guys and meeting everybody in the future and working on this. Mahalo, I'm Mariana Waikiki.
Your website
Mahalo.
is beautiful, by the way.
And we're looking forward to having, go ahead, Monica.
I said your website is beautiful. I really like it. It's a good website.
Thank you.
And we look forward to getting our stuff enhanced with the capability of everyone being able to access it. So it's so important. Access. And that's why we promote the Great Discovery as well as FQ3C and Have You Met You, because together all three of those are just going to get everything out locally to globally and back again.
Yeah, and you just gave me a creative spark here too. So talking about well-being, we have Eve, the finger spelling bumblebee. So that could be her mental health mission again too, is well-being. She's a well-being bumblebee, a finger spelling bumblebee. So I'm taking notes. I'm putting them down. So insert the little creativity here. My mind doesn't stop. I just tell I got to shut down
Right.
sometimes. Self-care, self-love right now.
Well, get a hold
This
of
is
us
great.
and let's collaborate that.
No, this is great. This is wonderful. This is what I needed. I need, and to elevate it and to keep those vibes up. I also talk about solfeggio frequencies. They raise your vibrations. There's ones to rid virus. Through the pandemic, again, I was speaking with Kurt Roskoff on Happy Neighborhood Projects, talking about these vibrations, sounds, frequencies, songs should be played 24/7 in hospitals, Walmart, cabs, the buses, everywhere. And there's all different ones for relieving pain, anxiety, grief. Solfeggio frequencies, check it out. I play them as much as I can. And you'd be surprised if you play it in your house or room and you don't tell other people. Watch how they respond. I was during the pandemic, I was playing the money frequency, and not that I didn't receive. I did get pandemic before this, and this is where the money went to. But the person's next to me that I'm living with was out of work, and guess what? She got a couple of calls to clean some boats. So it rolled over to somebody else. And I just went, aha, I did it. So you guys can do that too. And elevate
Well,
it. Play
and
it in
that's
your, play it
great.
in your offices. Pardon me?
Well, I was going to say that's another place we connect then, because during the pandemic, Dr. Monica and I had 15 shows on iHeartRadio a week. And one of them was Around the World Music, where I literally showcased different emotions and how to mood manage through any kind of art, whether it's music, poetry, painting, just to how to accentuate the vibration you want to create for yourself. So there you go, another connecting.
Exactly. And that's okay. To self-care, regroup, take care of your own vibrations, not everybody else. I was grateful I got to be a sign language interpreter for a decade, and he always talked about that. I really didn't learn that much about it. And then I got the aha moments. I became a Reiki master with him, and learned more through that as well. So it was just another outlet that I enjoyed learning about. And the more that I do it for myself, I see results and all that stuff. So that's what we have to do. Everybody has to raise their vibrations worldwide.
So, Dr. Monica, I'm trying to settle on, how you identified as blurred. So, am I word then?
No, you would just be the original term, a nerd.
I have GERD.
Huh?
I said I have GERD.
Well, that's not a good thing.
That's the physical expression of an anxious nerd.
Yes.
Or in your case, workaholic.
Yeah,
So that would make you a word.
yeah, there we go.
There you go.
So now we're just plain geeking out. I guess that's what it comes to us.
Yeah.
I like her.
I love how you have your cape and then you have your animal.
Service.
Kurt, you got to fly for us.
Yes, please
Yep.
fly for us.
Gonna fly?
Yes, because you have your cape.
Hey, everybody.
Yay!
During the New Year's Day press conference, we're really flying into 2025.
Tournament service.
Woohoo! I'm right there with you.
So, Kurt, do you have the mini puppets? You want to show the mini puppets to them?
Yes, he does. He
Yeah,
has
he's
been
been
showing
showing
them.
them.
Oh, has he?
Yep.
We got
All
shot.
right, that's Shaka, the sign language shark. Okay, he's very sharp with his sign language skills. He reads them. He's in the book too. There's King Octo, the 8th, who teaches, and everybody. I usually do this too when I speak. Let me move over here. Where's my thing? But basically, the messages too in the book, and everybody wants to follow with me. This is peace. Hold your hands together. This is what the message is: peace. Love, hug yourself. We need a minimum of 8 hugs a day to survive in this world. 20, hug, peace, love. Happiness is up from the heart, up. And this is thank you or mahalo, gracias, in sign language. So that's the messages of peace, love, happiness, and thanks. And that's King Octo the 8th who teaches that in the book.
All right.
There you go.
So who else we got there? Here's my little puppet master.
And this
Thank
is
you
how
very
you
much.
clap in sign language, correct?
Yeah, this is a deaf clap because they can't hear. So this is, yeah. So there's the characters there. Peace, love, happiness, and thanks is a chapter. And those are all the characters that we keep introducing. Again, Folk Manus makes 200 of these characters. So every book has more characters that are we introduce. You got the General of the New Earth Army, the sea turtle.
Right here.
There we go. And they make the large one now. Santa Papa John just received it, as well as the horse. And he's showcasing them on TikTok. He's reading the book. So what a great team that I have, especially Santa Papa John. He's on the website too to talk about the Acts of Kindness series. So again, that thought to action over a decade ago, who would have thought in that pew when universe is like, this is what you're writing. I asked what my next purpose was through meditation, and it kept coming. You're writing a series of books with sign language characters and puppets. I laughed. What? Me? And here you go. And it's been great fun. And they're all for all ages of the heart.
All right. Well, we have had a couple power hours here. We're 2 hours, 15 minutes into it. Well, you guys are like Energizer bunnies. Way to go. So what else we want to do? We're in another hour of this? What are we doing, folks? This is your new
Kurt,
year.
is it possible that Emily can pull up the soundtrack? Love is the only way.
Well, Emily, are you even out there, Emily? Or did you wander away, Emily Gomer? This is Meet That Co-op calling Emily Gomer to the helm. Emily Gomer available.
And this could be a karaoke for everybody to sing. We did that with Mutual Aid Network with Stephanie. This was a song, and it's got the closed caption lyrics, and everybody can sing along as a little break here. Get up and stand if you are able.
Do it over here.
Let's have a power hour. I don't know if you can play the videos, so we're talking about all this, but yes. And so love is the highest vibration. When you vibrate high, you attract what you want. When you vibrate low, you attract negativity and disease. And, you know, it's been a challenge for everybody through these past couple of years, et cetera. And again, we want to raise our vibrations.
All right, so I'm getting good at trying to find this. Apparently, I have to put Lucy Lynch in here because YouTube is giving me other stuff. Love is the only way. Lucy Lynch.
Okay, so I taught you guys to sign love. Oh, there's my thing. I got it. I was grateful. My neighbor came over and did my hair, so it's still a spa day for me. So I'm letting my shoulders relax. So interpreting has taken its toll on my neck and back, and I have chiropractors, so.
Trying to figure out my controls here. Manage presentations, I guess. Let's see what we get. No, not that.
And there's also a song she has too. We have it in the fourth book too. It's called Yes I Can, Here I Am. And it's a beautiful story, or a lot of women in it. Just showing overcoming power, enlightenment. So that's another one too. And so these are, if you're doing any speaking engagements and you need some new music to motivate your audience, take a look at Lucy Lynch. She's amazing. Let's get it out there. So peace, love, happiness, and thanks. So can you just imagine everybody sitting around watching the movies and signing with the characters, Dr. Monica, little children, yeah, I mean, step over Frozen. Now we have sign language characters. Step, right? Give us some space.
That would be awesome, actually. Even superheroes that sign, you know, that would just be the ultimate.
Okay. This is time for love. Is the only circle way. Hey, Kurt, we'll do Yes I Can. So yeah, this is what we did with Mutual Aid Stephanie. We had a little karaoke intermission, so to speak. So again, here's some new material to use, and those are the extra series. Push that button, Kurt, service.
Be your doorway to bliss. Seeking love, 'cause it's seeking you. Seeking light, 'cause light is you. Finding ways to let your heart beat. Finding ways to let your heart beat. And love is the only
So
way.
Lucy Lynch I met in Hawaii. She's from She's saying
Is the only way.
she created a band called The Perfect Way when they performed.
Love is the
Came
only
out with the first
way.
album. lost his hearing at age 7. And here in Solano Beach therapy, and he spoke very well, so he was a great person to run around the active of a one and to create these characters as well. And then I came back home from a sailing came out with another album. Oh, okay, I got it. And then the third album. And then it's bottom. So, yeah, created for Earth, Wind, Fire, and so, Hawaiian Village there. And the beach moved, the mist came through like you're going through the mountains of Hawaii. Now relocated with her husband. We have to mention that each book has a different album. Kurt, is it coming through? Earth to Kurt.
Realize that this moment had always been enough. Love is the only way. 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 Love is the only
Playing, or are we still waiting?
It just got done, Mary Ann.
It's been playing the last 5
Playing
minutes.
the whole thing.
Oh, it's been playing, and my granddaughter started dancing to it.
Oh, really? Awesome. It did play here, Kurt, but that's awesome.
Yep, you bet. So now, let's see. There we go. So now we got our fancy schmancy meeting back.
And she's making these.
I made unicorn tears.
It's unicorn tears.
Really, unicorn tears. Very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, everybody. I definitely need to going to spend the
I
rest
do
of the day.
too.
Like,
Well, Kurt, I don't. Awesome.
my daughter's knocked on my door actually like 4 or 5 times, and I'm like, nope. I'm not here.
Yep. And my
know.
granddaughter is
Yeah.
deserving
Well,
of my
pull
time.
out the YouTube channel, and they can learn the ABC ASL alphabet with the characters. So
Okay,
go
and
out
that's
play.
it. And that's at the. Oh, there you go. You put it up. Thank you, Kurt. Okay, so I'm saving.
Thanks,
this
Shane,
up.
for all of your extra time today, and let your daughter know that many people around the world appreciate that she gave us her dad for a couple hours.
I will definitely let
Yeah.
her know. She's 3
Thank
years
you.
old. We'll see how much she understands of that.
Just
Thank
tell
you,
her love is-
Shane.
Just tell her love is the only way, and you were spreading the love. There we go.
That's right. All right, everybody. Pleasure meeting you.
Yep. Take
Bye
care.
for
Shane.
now.
Take care. Bye.
All right.
Okay, and I am also going to go and join the world of a little child's mind and heart. So thank you all so much. Thank you, Dr. Monica, supporting me and everyone else as you always do so well. And Marianne, Cece, Kurt, I look forward to working with you all. And let's get this out. Let's be
Let's see.
well-being and create wellness.
Yes.
And as I like to say, remember, with all our strengths, there
There's
is no
no
weakness. And that's one of my Facebook pages. So if you Google it, come on in, make comment, post your stuff in there, and support the fact that we don't need to focus on our weaknesses. They are part of our strength. And when we, as the saying is, I can do much, but together we can do more.
That's for sure.
Bye for now.
Yep. Thanks, Elizabeth. I'm looking forward to next time.
Okay.
All right, ladies, what's next on this, your New Year's Day press conference? Cece, what are you thinking?
All righty.
Thank you so much for this time, everyone.
Where's your papa?
Opportunities where we can connect and do something great for everyone. So happy 2025. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Cece. Thanks for being here. Here's to 2025. Have a good one, Cece. All right, Marianne, what's next for you?
What do you think of my new hairdo?
Looking very nice. All right.
Yeah, she did my hair, so she's gonna come over tomorrow, and we'll make the. I went and printed up the script for Earl, so we're gonna meet tomorrow.
Yes.
And get that going. I'm gonna wear this hat, Kurt,
Nice.
for Montana.
There you go, Marianne from Montana.
Marianne from Montana.
All you need is a bandana.
Oh my gosh.
Mariana from Montana with a bandana.
Well, I usually wear fancy hats, so I'm wearing a Montana hat tomorrow.
There
Sound
it
good?
is. Yep. So, well, what we can do is we can say, here's Mariana with the bandana, but right now she's got her Montana hat on.
That's right. Marianne in Montana. I'm Marianne in Montana. All right. So I see Alan out there in the pool. And
Alan Holmes? How did Alan Holmes?
No, Alan the dolphin. Alan the dolphin.
Yeah, gotcha.
And we got to get in that pool, and it's ice cold. So they had a parade here, and the parade went by my apartment complex, drove by. And the Mexican military police drove the people in their trucks. Anyway, it was pretty cool. I went to bed at Darlene came over, we had dinner. I was watching TV at 6 o'clock, and I fell asleep at 7. Woke up at 9. I kept sleeping. Anyway, no music. I didn't hear any music, just fireworks. I thought it was going to be extremely loud. I had the sleeping pills. And the little girl with autism is here. I thought I heard them. You can't go swim in the pool. So anyway, well, what a great meeting. Meeting the new people. So thank you. And I got my $1 million up there. So that's the next goal, is to manifest these books into animation and Netflix.
All right.
Elevating. So fly away, Kurt.
Okay, here we go. Flight of kindness. Here we
To
go.
the universe.
That's right. Here we go.
So my deaf friend Scott, he was Scotty B. It's gotta be Scotty B to the universe. So
All right.
anyway, okay, we got the autistic children here now. They can't swim in the pool. I thought I heard her cooing. Anyway, all right, no problem. I gotta find Dr. Fingers. I don't know if I lost him on the boat last week. I'm serious. I don't know what. Huh?
Get your finger on Dr. Fingers there.
I gotta find him.
Yeah.
Anyway, I thought it was super cool too when you flashed the book that came up when I was speaking. So can we do that for Leon when Leon speaks? World Water Day, and the picture of him on the cover. People need to see his face.
Okay,
Okay.
let's do it to it.
All right. Okay. Well, thank you so much. Have a great day. Thank you again, Sue. And I got those videos. I'll see if I can upload them. But I did send one picture, so everything's done with that. All right.
Sounds
Adios.
good. Thanks for
All
being
right.
here, Marianne. Have a good one.
Yep. Thanks, Kurt. Bye.
You bet. Bye.